Charley Taylor was a quarterback's dream. He had size, speed, and excelled in the art of catching a football. But when he was drafted in 1964 by the Redskins, all Charley Taylor really wanted to be was a running back.
In his first 2 NFL seasons, Charley Taylor led the Redskins in rushing and made the Pro Bowl. But as a runner, he was simply too raw to make anyone forget Jim Brown.
He was an undisciplined running back. He used to run by his offensive guards. He'd be out in front of them when they were going around the ends. He would pass them up.
And the decision was made to not to harness that speed anymore, to put him outside where he could do his thing.
I'm very happy that they did that because it gave me somebody that I could depend on and go to. You knew that he was going to make the tough catch for you. He had such speed and quickness and strength and size.
Not too many people have been able to go from the running position to a receiver position. You hear a lot of people talking about it because for a guy to catch the ball real well out of the backfield, oh, he should be outside as a receiver. It's not that easy. I can only think of 3 people who made that transition pretty well, and it's Lenny Moore, myself, and Charley Taylor.
Luckily, I had Bobby Mitchell, who was a great one to sort of pattern my thing after Bobby. And, you know, Bobby was a smaller guy than me, but I used some of his stuff, and it worked.
I think Charley was the epitome of competition. Charley was a tremendous competitor. He never felt that the guy on the other side was better. The other guy on the other side, at best, was equal.
I knew when I was going to have a great day. I could just look at the defensive back's eyes, and I could tell. If I had this guy in my pocket, I could tell that.
Charley had such great athletic ability. He was the best athlete on the field. You know, with the rule changes today, I don't know how many passes he might not have caught if you couldn't touch him. He was under the era where they were jamming people. You had to be physical to get into patterns.
They had what they call the axe or the clothesline and all that kind of stuff. And they did become a little physical during the course of a game. And the only way you could stay in the ball game or survive was you had to either be physical or you had to outrun everybody.
Taylor's ability to out-hustle and out-muscle opponents made him one of the toughest, as well as one of the most talented outside receivers to ever play the game. Despite his 6'3", 200 pounds plus frame, he was incredibly agile. He boasted an assortment of dazzling moves that left defenses in disarray. Defenders trying to halt Taylor by hurting him found that a cold slap in the face only made him more determined. Taylor's Houdini-like escapes from would-be tacklers were spectacular for fans, but to his teammates, these eye-grabbing getaways were merely routine.
That was very commonplace for Charley. One person, it was pretty hard for one person to bring him down, because he was such a strong runner when he got the football. So for the players, although we were excited to see that, but we expected something like that from Charley. Fans probably said, "Ooh, what is this?" But we expected that from Charley.
He dropped passes, but he made great catches too. And I figured, and my wife told me this, that whenever he dropped the pass, she always knew that what the next play was going to be, because I'd always come back to him, because I had to get him back in the game. I couldn't let him lose his confidence.
By 1975, Taylor was on the verge of catching more passes than any receiver in NFL history. But while his record-setting reception had headline-making potential, it ended up as fine print.
1975, and I'm going for the record. Second game before the season's over, we play in Dallas. The TV is at my parents' house, because I'm from Dallas, so the parents are sitting around the TV with the cameras on them. When this thing takes place, they're going to pan, I guess, right to my mom and dad. So I'm pumped for the game. So is Dallas, and Charlie Waters and Cliff Harris, those guys are getting pumped too to stop this thing. First quarter, I broke 2 ribs. So I don't want to come out of the game. The doctor bandaged me up pretty good. The whole game, I did not catch a pass. Hey, my whole family sitting there waiting, ready to break out with the champagne and, the joy and everything, but it didn't take place. until the fourth quarter the next week. And then everybody left the stands. I couldn't believe that.
While making NFL history, Charley Taylor also made magic. He combined soft hands with a hard-nosed style of play. His versatile skills enabled him to produce 649 career receptions. And although Charley Taylor was never able to be like Jim Brown, few receivers will ever be able to emulate Charley Taylor. This Hall of Famer was blessed with a gift of grab, and he displayed it with pride.
I tell you what I'm proud of is that I was good enough to become an NFL player, first of all, and had the longevity to play the number of years I played, and then being respected by your peers to induct you into the Hall of Fame. That's what it's all about. I mean, you can take it as far as you can take it, but once you reach the top, then that's it. And once they induct you into the Hall of Fame, then you say, well, hey, I must have been pretty good. So I look back and say, hey, I was a hell of a football player.